Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sammy Snake Racing YouTube channel, and welcome to episode 3 of the Tokyo Trials, where we are testing every single one of these cars that the AI are using, buying it, tuning it to 600 performance points to test to see who is king of Tokyo. And we've done 2 cars already. We've done the Dodge SRT10, the Aston Martin DB11. Today we are testing out the Huracan LP610. And if you're wondering what cars are coming up next, I'll show you the screenshots here. So we're going from P15 all the way up to P1. So you can see the Viper, the DB9, now it's the Huracan. If you're interested to know what we're doing next, pause the video, have a look. These are all the ones we're going to work in order and finish on the NSX. And we're showing you the tune of what we're doing, then we're doing a run round, seeing what time it finishes in and what the fastest lap was. And at the end we're going to do a custom race where we put all of these cars that we've tuned into one race and see how it performs, or see how we can perform against Sophy AI. So let's jump into this tune and explain to you what we've done and why. When you buy this car stock, it has over 600 performance points. So what you have to do, you have to almost detune it. So to optimize the detune, what I've done, it starts with sports hard tires. I want to keep sports tires on. I don't want to put any comfort tires on. There's not enough grip. So we've kept the sports hard tires. And what we've done, we've added some downforce by putting a front wing and a rear wing on. That reduces the performance points, particularly the rear downforce. Slows the car down on the straight, so that will reduce the performance points. So we've whacked that up to full 280. We've kept the front down to a minimum, and we've added a little bit of ballast, 5 kilos, to help get it down. But the 2 tricks that really help to just creep this under without sacrificing too much performance is manual fully customizable gearbox. That reduces the performance points by putting that on your car, because it's manual. It's not you'll notice as you're going around and you're changing gears, there's a little delay as opposed to an automatic, so that's why it reduces your performance points. Also increasing the body rigidity on this vehicle, and most road cars decreases the performance points, so we've done that. And we've put brake balance. We've put a brake balance controller on there, and we've put that to -1. That doesn't affect the performance points, but that will help to keep the car more stable around this track. If you're unsure as to how to use brake balance with each car, be sure to check out my video explaining and going into depth everything you need to know about brake balance. I think it's called Brake Balance Explained. So yeah, that's it. We've manual adjustment to 350 kilometers an hour. One thing that I do always check, I did buy a power restrictor, but I've kept it 100%. This is with these tunes, you want to, because this is such a high speed track, you want to maintain as much top end speed as you can and get it to handle enough to carry a decent amount of speed around the corners. You don't want it to be a complete boat. And that's what we're trying to balance. So one of the things I do, actually, I always check on the ECU and the power restrictor, see what the power band is, and you can see there the torque, 57 kilos of torque. And look how the power, it does dip off at the end, because sometimes you look at this and you can see whether it's going to be a short shifter. It might be beneficial to change gear earlier than revving it all the way out to be more of the power band. And that is really good when that happens in the races where you've got fuel consumption, because your car's faster by using less fuel, because the Gran Turismo figures out how much fuel you're using just by how much you're revving it. So top tip there, always check how the power band is and see whether it's actually a short shifter. Doesn't look like it is a short shifter here, so that's fine. Let's jump in and see how this car performs, shall we? Right, okay. So let's keep an eye on the fuel and try and gauge some characteristics of this Lamborghini fairly early on as we are, oh dear, trying to use this slipstream. It seems to have quite good top end speed. This is nice, this is good. Making some real good progression already up to P6. It does feel like a good car to begin with. Just got to keep an eye out on the tyre and fuel wear. We can sneak it down the inside of Sassuolo for this left-hander, that'd be great. Radar on, yeah, we're in front of him here. Keep this nice tight line, I'd say on the dry line. Maybe we can get the run on Hazal out of here and get down the inside, can we? We want to be cheeky, very cheeky. Yeah, I think we've got it here. Beautiful start to this first lap. Probably, yeah, better to hang back. There's only one. Oh, wow. Went very slow. Good job I brake there. Would have lost my clean race bonus potentially if I would have gone into the back of Cockabon. 3.4 seconds from the leader. Have a little cheeky look down the inside. Oh dear. Little love tap there. I think they just overshot the braking. Lost a little bit of time going through that. I don't think that tap was enough to endanger the clean race bonus. I think you know, I don't think that would be too severe. Opening lap 2:17.9. That's decent. It's a lot faster than what the Aston Martin and the Dodge were. What's the fuel looking like? 5.5 laps. That's okay as well. As long as we can do 6 laps on a tank of fuel, we can do a one-stop strategy. Four-wheel drive car, so it definitely has an advantage in the wet conditions. As we're hunting down Gallo now, being a little bit cautious with this narrow line that is dry. It was a bit slow through there, but it's fine. To be safe and sorry. Yeah, pulling bags of time out of Gallo. Gallo's washed. I think I mentioned in the previous videos when we were racing Hazal around here, mentioning that we have raced with Hazal, the Hazal, in the daily races. I've also raced a couple of times with Gallo. I think Gallo's just missed his braking point, has he? No, he's okay. Bit of drift out of that corner. Not very often, but I have raced with Gallo. So it's funny, like well, it was funny the first time it happens. Oh my god, it's Gallo, because you've seen his name. I was just doing the single player races, and to see him in the same lobby as you. Oh, 206.8. Right, I'm on the second lap as well. We've got a wet track, and we're doing 206s in this Lamborghini. This looks like a contender. I broke a little bit late there. No, I think I'm just okay. Oh, I did brake a little bit late there. Had to stay on the brakes a little longer, trail brake a little longer than I wanted to, coming into that corner. felt it understeering a little bit on the way out of that corner. So what I often do, as I feel that, is just change a little bit early, and that delay in putting the power down allows the front tyres to grip in. Oh, too fast into that corner. Maybe we can get into the 205s. A little bit deep, but as long as I can get it rotated round. Yeah, as long as you can get it rotated, that is not always a bad thing. Okay, 666. Up, evil, that's a sign for Satan, isn't it? We don't want that. This could be a very low 206. Yeah, 206.1. Okay, let's aim for a 205. Well, this Lamborghini does seem to be a strong choice. Overslowed it. It's funny, it's only those little errors that I feel that might not even look like errors watching, but I can feel it through the wheel. I can feel the understeer. I just know when I've not gone as fast as I could have around a corner, and that to me is a mistake. Yeah, this is a bit of a slower lap, this one. And I want to get that 205. We want to give this Lamborghini a good run, and we're not doing it on this lap. We're missing our braking spots. We're understeering wide. We're just going a little bit slow right now, so let's try and recompose ourselves. We're going to win the race, I believe, unless I do something absolutely catastrophic. But this is about testing which car is the king of Tokyo. I wonder if third gear might be better out there, I'm not sure. So we're still in the 206, it's faster than the 206.8, but the track was a lot wetter then. I think we're going to do a split of 6 laps, 6-6. I could have maybe done some fuel saving and done 7-5. But I think that's not the optimal strat here. You'd lose too much time fuel saving for the sake of that. Do you know what? I'm not even sure. Sometimes I can't tell whether something was faster or not. We're a little bit slower on there, I know that. Come on, gripping. It is a little bit understeer. It could ideally do with some more front downforce. Then the performance points would go up. So we kind of just got to drive it accordingly. Oh, purple a little bit. Okay, we're going to need a good exit off this last corner to have a shot of a 205. I broke a little bit late, so I'm going to have to go deep and then spin it and rotate it round. Oh, it just didn't want to behave. Oh, it could be, I don't know, it was hard to tell. Ooh, understeer on the way out. Hopefully we can cling on to that, and that will be a 205. Decent lap if it is. Yeah, nice. 205.6 for the Lamborghini. Nice little motor. What's the finishing time going to be though, eh? We will show the results on the leaderboard at the end of the race. So you'll get to see how I performed with each car, and you can compare yourself if you feel like, you know, trying to beat what I've done or tweaking the tunes that I've done. By all means, if you want to, you know, provide some tunes that you've used ready, let me know. I'll shout out your tune, because I'm not any, know the basics. I can, you know, use my head to do logical things, but I'm not an expert. So any help with these are welcomed. If you say, like a car that you're coming up, try this tune, I've done this. Because you might get a faster time or a faster tune, you know, let me know in the video. We'll make it a bit of a community thing. I'm just trying to breathe a little bit of life back into the game of Gran Turismo by trying to think of something that we can do that. Oh, purple again. This would have been even faster. That keeps it interesting. Shame we're not going to get to go finish this lap. We'll have to wait. So refuel. 22 seconds to Cockabun. Cockabun in second place. Oh yeah, because Gallo pitted. I want 6 laps of fuel. Cockabun normally goes long, so probably going to have to overtake that chap. Yeah. 6.2. Yeah, so Swilly goes in the pits. Cockabun's now in front. He's still got a pit stop to form. I think we will hold on. The Fraga is hot in pursuit. Fraga followed by Izal. Seconds was that to Cockabun. 9.2 seconds. No slouch. I think Cockabun is in the Supra, if I remember correctly. I'm looking forward to trying the Supra, actually. I have had a Supra myself, really, a twin turbo, years and years ago, when I was a spotty teenager, believe it or not. I was 19 years old, and I was a mechanic at a garage, and the owner of the garage would let me put a fast car on the trader's policy, so I didn't have to worry about the costs of insurance. It was only covered third party, but that was my get around, and I ended up spinning it into a field. Had to sell it at a large loss. Not a fun experience. Yeah, it's like this. If I was to tune this car again, I'd probably change second gear. I'd at least change second gear and make second gear a little bit longer out of that corner. And what we've gained, like about 6 seconds in less than a, well, in less than a lap, because we were already around turn 1 and 2 by the time I saw it was 9.2 seconds. It's probably going to, yeah, it's definitely going to get in our way if we maintain the same pace. So we're probably not going to set a fastest lap on this lap. But with overtakes, that's probably going to happen. .4 seconds. Oh, it's got to be on the worst point, I think, at the track where the AI seems to go really slow. Or can we get lucky and actually come out of this corner? No. Yeah, see, there, for some reason the AI can't negotiate that corner very well. So if you get behind them there, it's really not beneficial. To be honest, with this track drying out, I think what I want to try and do, I say this every kind of every episode I do, I'm like, I think this lap time is possible. I think, because I was saying I think at 2:07 is possible in the last episodes, and I didn't manage to pull it off. And I'm just about, and I am going to claim, well, I know that a 2:04 is possible in this car. Well, that, I'm going to go third gear out of there, see what that feels like. Could have been okay, I don't know. So I'm going to go for a 2:04. That's the hope here. It's not going to be long until we're catching up to the back runners. They're looking at the traffic. Last place is just going around turn 1 now. So we're not going to be far behind them soon. Probably lap 10. So we might need to pull something off now. Oof. I'm just hoping it wasn't going to keep understeering into that wall. Come on, Bobby. Oh no, got a really bad line into this corner, came out too wide, but still savable. Ah, damn it. Yeah, just needs a little bit more downforce. It just continually understeers when you're hoping for it to grip in. Definitely more traction though, more grip. Yeah, these back runners, we are catching up to them a bit now. Just going into this hairpin. That might be a little bit late on the brakes, but we can, as long as we can rotate it round. Want it in third gear wouldn't change, but okay. Not great. Oh, but it's still an improvement. See, there's definitely a 2:04. I hope I can get round. I think it'd be the Dodge Viper that we're going to come up to here. Oh no, I just don't want to be behind them in a corner if we're going for that 2:04. We'll see though, we'll see. Cross your fingers and your trouser snakes. Yeah, not a very good turn 1, so this is probably not going to be the one. This is not the one. Anybody who watches the live streams will know that I always claim You know, this one's the one when I feel like it's going to be a good one, but this, yeah, it's definitely not the one when we've got back runners on the racing line like that. So we're going to save our efforts for the last lap of the race. Oh no, I tell a lie. So, my apologies, snake pitters. We've got 2 more laps left. It's just we're so much faster than we have been in the other cars that we're lapping vehicles a lap and 2 laps earlier than what we have done. Oh. Right, okay. I think it's going to be the same story though. There's a lot of traffic all of a sudden. Rotate it. Third gear. Oh wow, just a lot of understeer again. Will we be able to overtake this car? Will it be the Aston Martin? Are these the 2 cars that we're coming up to lap? The first 2 cars that we've tried. The 206. Yeah. Oh. Please be lucky. Or it might have to be on the last lap. I about broke myself. It might not be too bad as long as this Jag. Nah. He didn't really get away, but we didn't take those corners very well. Gonna have to pull an absolute blinder out to be able to recover a decent lot. Yeah, we're 4/10 behind. Oh no. What's the finishing time going to be? I'm quite interested to see this. Are we going to catch up to the next cars? Hopefully they're far enough ahead, although there's some coming out. There's some in the pits I can see. This is how fast this Lamborghini is. That's what we want. Power oversteer, not understeer. Yeah, there's somebody coming out of the pits. Oh no, that's... Okay, looks like well, unless we get very lucky and string an awesome lap together, I think 205.6 is going to be the best for this. Can we make this a sub 26-minute run though with the Lamborghini? Can we do it? Because that ultimately is the real test. Oh damn, that was quite a poor exit. That is the real test, what the finishing time is. What is the fastest in the race? Oh really, not very fast. Can't quite string it together now. No delta, no split, didn't tell us. Solis, please move. I think this is going to hold us up, maybe not. That's it. Please stay on that side. Don't wipe me in. That's good. Thank you, Solace. I'm not really sure. Oh, come on. Change gear, please. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, what's the finishing time? I think we messed that up a bit, yeah. Tyres were starting to wear, though, to be fair. Oh. I don't know whether it is going to be a sub. It's going to be very close to see whether it's sub 26. Oh no, it was just, I think it was just outside. Oh, 1/10. 1/10. That was probably me messing up on that last corner. Sub 26. It is possible, obviously only 1/10 away. But by far the best performing car up to this point. 26 minutes flat, 26.1 to be exact. Fastest lap, a 2:05.628. The Lamborghini Huracan, currently king of Tokyo. And for some reason, I'm not sure we didn't get a clean race bonus. Was that a small tap that we had with Cockapon or somebody? I thought that's quite a harsh one. That's unfortunate. It's hard to balance doing a fast run and getting the clean race bonus, and I have been focusing more on speed than cleanness. Well, that is episode 3 over and out. So the next car we're going to do, guys, is the Audi R8. The 4.2 2007 edition. So yeah, get stuck in. You can see the runners after that. It's the F-Type, then the Alpha 8C, Mercedes-AMG GTR. Some good cars coming up. But that is episode 3, done and dusted. The Huracan looks like a really good option. So from the Racing Snake, it's over and out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.